What the? Where's the thingies? 3-day weekend. I'm guessing this will be a fairly short chapter, I think. You know, it would be really nice if Natsuki and Yuri would just talk it out. I'm very scared of what'll happen. Okay, seems that they got a message. Huh? With the sound of my phone going off, waking me up, I rub the sleep out of my eyes and stare at the ceiling above me. It takes a little bit for my eyesight to adjust to what's going on. Leaning over to my left shows that Yuri's not beside me. Where'd she go? I mean, she practically established that she's gonna live with us, so... Where is she indeed? After staring at my wall for a little bit and thinking of nothing in particular, I remember what woke me up just now. Oh yeah, who could that be? Wait a minute, it's Monday, it's noon, why are we in bed? Isn't there school? Reaching over to my phone on my nightstand, I flip it open and the screen reads, one new message, Monica. Monica? Oh boy, let's see what she has to say. Midas, I haven't seen you and Yuri today at school. Everything alright? Why are we in bed? All I can do is stare at the screen in front of me, unsure how to respond back to her. After being stuck in place for a few seconds, my sense of smell picks up on something lovely. Hey, wait a minute, I know what that is! Averting my attention away from my phone, I turn towards my door and leave my room to see what's up. Reply to Monica! Reply to Monica! No! Once I've made my way downstairs, my sight picks up on Yuri in front of my stove again. Looking around, there shows a yellow box of pancake mix and a translucent plastic bowl with red spatula in it on the counter. So that's what smells good. I take this moment to silently approach her right side and see what's going on. I'm getting some deja vu feeling from this. When she looks over to me, she puts on her signature warm smile. Why hello, handsome! Her words make me feel warm inside, and so does the stovetop in front of me. I give her a small smile but don't respond back to her. Looking away from her shows 4 golden brown pancakes in a large square pan. My guess is that they're almost done. The scene in front of me. This is something that Mom used to do all the time. Mommy Yuri, I'm saying. She's our mom right now. And it made me happy every time. Midas, how are you feeling? Looking back over to Yuri, she takes the pancakes off the pan and onto a plate for us. I am feeling a little bit better than yesterday. That's good. Are you ready to eat? There's a crazy feeling of appreciation for her going on inside me right now. Hey, I know what I can do to help. Oh? What's that? I don't know where to walk over to my fridge to pull out the butter, reach down to the cupboards below and pull out the syrup. Next I open a drawer close by and pull out 2 forks, knives, and plates for me and her to use. There. I got this for us. Aw, well thanks, Midas. Once I'm up beside her again, we make our way to the table and set everything down in front of us. They both take a seat and get everything prepared for breakfast time. Pancakes, butter, and then syrup. In that order. I'm not sure about the butter because I don't put butter in my pancakes. She does the same as the 2 of us contently dig in. I've always loved the fluffy feeling of pancakes and how syrup complements it. Even if I do put way too much on my plate, it's basically like gravy on KFC, you can never have too much. I don't know what it is, something about it curving the whole surface area of my plate just feels right. There is something that my mom always got on me about. Looking up from my plate shows Yuri with a happy look on her face. My smile is starting to disappear as I look to the left and to the right. Dad always sat on the left, and Mom always sat across it from him when I was growing up. I set my utensils and both my hands down on the table and let out an audible sigh. What are you thinking about? I was thinking about Ma and Pa. They always sat across from each other during dinner time or whatnot, and how we are now reminded me of that. Midas, that's... I still can't help but miss them. She puts her utensils down and gently places a hand on mine, which jerks me from my sad stupor. I know, Midas, but it's okay. Just remember you'll never be alone. I'll make sure of it. I can feel a small smile returning to me as I take my hand and place it on top of hers. Thank you, Yuri. A coy smirk appears on her face as she places her hand on top of ours. A giggle fit breaks out between the two of us at the side in front of us. Our hands return to each other not long after. As we're both calming down, something important comes to mind. Hey, that reminds me. Oh? What is it? Pulling out my phone from my pocket, I flip it open and bring up my text messages. Take a look at what Monica sent me. I hand her my phone. Monica. Yeah, I don't know how to respond to that. Once my phone is in her grasp, it takes her a while to read what's shown. She looks back up to me not long after. Don't worry, I know what to say to her. What? I kind of sit there, full of questions as she's typing away on my phone. And send. You didn't even tell us what the message was. After she gives my phone back to me, I go to my sent messages and see what she could have possibly told her. Hey Yuri. Oh wait, sorry. Hey, Yuri here. Mine is just taking a mental health day and I'm making sure everything's alright. We won't make it to the club today. Yeah, she pretty much hit the nail right on the head there. What could Monica's response be? Breakfast is pretty much done and the silence between us was comfortable. Yuri takes the liberty of picking up all the dirty dishes, but I stop her before she walks over to the sink. Hey, I'm gonna go outside and get the meal real quick. Oh, that's okay, Midas. Don't be too long now. She always knows how to be cute, even when things aren't going the best. Giving an attempt to smile, I walk over to the kitchen and I make my way outside, or she walks over to the kitchen. Yeah, something's wrong. The sun is out shining brightly through the clouds that are scattered throughout the sky. It feels really nice outside compared to what past few days have been. I take advantage of this moment to get some fresh air in me before walking over to the mailbox. The breeze against my face makes me feel a lot more alive. Approaching my mailbox and opening it, I pull out one envelope and look at it. It's a healthcare provider I've never heard of? A stinging feeling goes inside me just how much I don't want to deal with this. Wait a minute. Did Yuri book a prescription for us? I'll deal with this later. Well, oh, Monica maybe? I pull out my phone and sure enough it's her. Let's see what she's got. Why am I leaning to the more that she's disappointed? Fine. Just make sure you two show up tomorrow. So Yuri and I have something planned for our club activity. Huh. Wonder what she could have had in mind. I can't but stare at the road in front of me. Club activity. What could they possibly have in mind? That's how Monica reacted to... Wait a minute, wait. To me Yuri missing today, then I don't... What? What? Monica again? Bringing my phone up to me once again shows one new message, unknown. Ah, no! Flipping my phone open again, I begin reading the wall of text on tiny screen in front of me. Northside Credit Union here. We're converting your monthly automatic deposit of $100 has been processed into your checking account as per your representative's payee's orders. Thank you for partnering us for your financial needs. I mean, if it's an unknown number, I'm not so sure this is legit though. That's good. Wait, hold on. Representative payee. Wait a minute! It feels like my eyebrows skyrocketed to the moon. It feels like my whole world is crashing again in a good way this time. Setting up my phone, I know what to do. Exiting my messages screen, I pull out my contacts and stare at the words Yuri, Monica, Ma, and Pa. There's no way this is actually happening. Don't call me again unless it's important. Even if we did call our Ma, it's nothing but futile efforts. I'm left staring at my screen again at what my Ma told me days before. That alone puts me in a stalemate on what I should do. This is a life or death situation. I'd say that's pretty important. I apprehensively place my finger over the green call button on my phone, but don't press down on it yet. But wait, what if they don't pick up? They won't be able to pick up. What if I'm just overthinking things? I'll never know if I don't try. The moment I hit the green call button, my nervousness skyrockets as I bring the speaker to my ear. Wait a minute. Who are we calling? Are we calling our mom? I can't believe I'm doing this. Hello? Wait. Wait a minute. But isn't our... Hello? Midas, what do you want? I can't believe what I'm hearing. There's no way this can be real. Ma? What is it? I'm still in shock at what's happening. Did you and Dad send the money over today? Of course, your dad did that first thing this morning. Why are you asking in the first place? We've gone over this before we left, you know. Dad. Despite my mom's tone, it feels like my world's being flipped upside down just by hearing her again. This is almost too much to handle. Mom, is everything alright over there? Everything's fine over here. I told you to call only if it's important, you know. Midas, what's going on? Well, if this is really not a dream and they survived... Wow. That wasn't unexpected. I thought they were done for good, but... I guess I was wrong. Ma, I got a letter with the mail from your work 2 days ago. It's really hard to keep my composure now, but I'm trying my best. They said you and Dad got in a car crash and aren't with us. Are you serious? Your dad and I haven't left our hotel room over here in a few days. Music to my... Oh, wait. But what? We didn't point out that it's fake. Like assuming there was an address on the mail, but who could have done that then? Let's stop thinking for now and celebrate. Music to my ears. I can feel myself feeling a little more at ease. Look, if you can find out who sent that to you, let your dad and I know and we'll take action against them. Now is the time. Mom? What is it, Midas? Well, I feel really bad about what I told you the other day, and I felt like I'd never be able to tell you this. I took a moment to breathe in and out. I'm really sorry about the things I said the other day. I shouldn't be treating you like that. I'm really sorry. Oh, well, thank you, Midas. I'm sorry I reacted the way I did too. Your dad and I both love you very much, you know. Ma, I love you guys too. Ooh, do you and Dad have any idea when you two will be coming back home? Well, if everything goes well, then your dad and I should be able to make it to your graduation. That means you better keep up your grades up, you know? Don't worry. I'm doing okay when it comes to that. You better be, you know. Right. Has anything else been going on with that your dad and I should know about? Other than that, no, not really. Well, good. Your dad and I have other important business to take care of today. Feel free to call us if you or your girlfriend need anything, you know? I will. Thanks again, Ma. Love you. Love you too. Bye now. Oh my goodness! Yay! Complete 180 indeed. For once, it seems like everything feels alright. I can't but stare at my phone symbol with the green arrow on my screen, showing that the call was successfully made. This feels incredibly surreal. Oh my goodness. It was like I thought we were at the peak of insanity. We were gonna call someone who's dead. But then she's not actually dead. And the mail. That mail though, who could have written that? Is it Natsuki? I have a feeling it is. Or someone that's against us. I have to tell Yuri about this. Quickly turning around, I dash over to my front door and quickly enter my house. Once I spot Yuri in my kitchen cleaning up everything from earlier, I excitedly will start walking over to her with a slight spring in my step. Yuri, you won't believe it! Midas? She looks over to me, I take both her hands in mine and give her my most excited smile. They're alive! They really are! You don't mean... Look! Look! After jumping up and down a few times, I quickly pull out my phone out of my pocket. Bringing out the message from the bank, I hastily hand her my phone. After looking at it for a bit, she gives my phone back to me. Did your parents really do that? They did! And I tried calling them and look! I pulled up the call log screen on my phone and excitedly point to the box that says Mom and Dad to show her the green arrow next to the phone symbol. Wait, they answered? I can't contain my excitement anymore. I have to show her how happy I am. They did! And I, without warning, I hug her as hard as I can, pick her up from the ground and start spinning her around in my kitchen. I'm so happy. This lasts for a few seconds, I think, as I can hear you giggling out loud. Once that's over and we're not spinning anymore, I don't let go of her. Instead, she wraps her arms around me. Oh, Midas, this makes me really happy to hear this. Me too, me too! Once I break away from her, I happily place my right hand on her shoulder. Why don't we do something to celebrate? Since I just got paid and all. Midas, are you sure? Yeah! Why don't we go out to eat or something? I carefully tightened my grip on her shoulder. I got us covered. Besides, there's this place in town my parents used to take me all the time, and I'd like to share that with you. I would really like that. I remove my hand from her and flash her a bright smile. However, could you stop by my place real quick so I can change my clothes? I've been wearing these for past 3 days. Oh my goodness. Sure thing. It took some time, but they finally made it off the bus and into the city. And Yuri's back to her usual casual sweater. We walk over to Yuri's house so she could change into some more clean clothes. Don't get me wrong, she smells great and all, and I love it when clothes that's mine just like her. But I don't blame her for switching clothes. Have you ever worn the same clothes for a week straight? I don't want to confess. It's not fun. It gets uncomfortable, almost to the point of being unbearable. I still don't want to confess. Besides that, the bus ride here was uneventful like always, and it's a good thing that nobody bothered me and her. Hey Midas, lead the way for us, please. Right. Looking around the area to try and remember where it is, I end up remembering which way to walk after some time. I know where to go. I gently take her hand in mine until our fingers mesh and give her a confident smile. Follow me. The two of us depart from the bus stop and walk the opposite way of where the pawn shop is. This background, the first thing that comes to mind is blue skies. It's a really lovely mod. After holding the door open for her, the both of us walking in, the aromatic atmosphere immediately hits me. The smell of a burger place like this is truly unforgettable. That's one thing I'll always remember from my childhood, how certain places smelled, and this place has never lost that charm. The distant sounds of people walking, chatting adds on to everything. And all the different colors of this place has never bothered me at all. I mean, red is supposed to attract you, the color I mean, so the combination of yellow and red, yeah. There used to be a vintage memorabilia and old vinyl records hanging from the walls and CDs of this place back when I was a kid, but it's mostly gone now. One would think that an atmosphere like this would be too much for someone like me. Something about sensory overload or whatnot. But I guess everyone's different when it comes to that. Looking over the Yuri shows her we're looking in awe, like she's never been here or something. Hey Yuri, have you ever been here before? No, I have not. My parents rarely ever take me to places like this when I was younger. I see. So two of us make our way in line to order. I notice there's not too many people in front of us. Something else comes to mind though. Hey, how come you never told me about your parents? Let's talk about that another time. Not right now. Oh no. Oh no. Well, if I remember from past experiences, being persistent and trying to pry of info like that from people usually ends up in disaster. And because we're out in public. I mean, we're supposed to celebrate. We're not going to mourn. I hope we're not going to mourn. I hope our parents aren't dead. It's probably best I take her word on this. Another time then, alright. Yuri smiles at me a little bit, but then diverts her attention to the big menus hanging above the counter in front of us. I then follow suit and look at them with her. After a little bit, a new menu item catches my attention and excites me. Looking over Yuri again, I tug on her right sleeve. Ooh, Yuri! We got the one snack that's in deep fried jalapenos and cream cheese! Do you like those? She seems to be pondering over that for a while. Well, I'll be honest, Midas. I've never eaten those before, but I would be willing to try something new. I mean, deep fried jalapenos? I'm not very sure. But at least the cream cheese could ease the spiciness a bit. For whatever reason, I don't know how to respond to her other than smile and say, thanks. Now, if I may ask for something, since you're the one buying, what is it? Do you like butterscotch? Personally, I don't. My eyes widen a bit after hearing that. I do! Well, would it be alright if we... Wait, I got it. How about we get the biggest shake we have, and then we get 2 straws so we can share it? I would love that! I smiled brightly at her. Then it's settled. Have you figured out what else you want? She takes a double take at the menus in front of us and stare at for a little bit, and then looks over to me. I think I do. How about you, love? I also take a little look at the menus. My mind starts getting a little foggy at figuring out exactly what I want. Darn near everything looks good. I'm sure I'll figure out when it's our turn to order. I mean, just a regular burger and fries, I'm alright with that. Once everything is all paid for, the person at the cash register gave me some weird square buzzer thingy with a number on it. It's supposed to light up and vibrate when our order is up in the front corner. Hand in hand, the both of us make our way to a not very crowded restaurant, to an available table. Once we take a seat, I immediately feel at how comfy it is. It's a bit bouncy too. I feel inclined to jump up and down a bit, but not in public. I see the buzzer thing at the far end and say, oh, we even have it! Cool! I almost become lost in thought for a bit. There's a comfortable silence as the two of us take in the atmosphere, and I look all around the place. Man, this place has changed a bit since I was a kid. There used to be an arcade here, but that's been renovated to be a bar. Why do I relate so much? The menu hasn't changed at all, and the island bar thing, with all the condiments and whatnot, still stands. This makes me happy that's still around. I guess it's the little things. It's the little things, I mean. Hey, Midas? What are you thinking about? Huh? Oh, I was just thinking about this place from back when I was a kid. This was one of my favorite places that my mom and dad used to take me to. He places her left hand on the table and smiles at me. Well, thank you, Midas, for sharing a special place to you with me. I'm enjoying my time here so far. While her words do make me feel content, my expression doesn't match hers. I tenderly grab the left side of her hand, and my fingertips feel her palm, and give her a look of uncertainty. This causes her thumb to embrace my fingers and glides up and down between them. Midas? Yuri? There's something important I feel I should bring up. What is it? I take a deep breath in and out before speaking, but try not to make it very noticeable. Yesterday, when you assured me that everything will be alright, which, by the way, I can't thank you enough for that. I grip her hand a little bit harder, which makes her blush a bit more. But other than that, now that we know my parents are still alive, they'll be around to help me if I need it. I guess what I'm trying to say is, do you still mean everything you told me? Her look of concern changes to one of happiness. Midas, of course I still mean it. I wouldn't be a very good girlfriend to you if I were to make an empty promise. Ouch. For me. Ouch. I'll tell more when I make my review of our castle walls. So do wait. My mind's... oh, sorry. My smile becomes a little more genuine at her as a warm, comforting feeling starts to blanket me. Midas, listen to me. I'm sorry for bringing this up about your parents. There will be a time when their story ends. It happens to everyone eventually. By the time they're around, we should learn from theirs so we can build up upon ours. And just know that I'll do everything in my power to keep ours going. And I can't iterate enough how much nothing will change between us. If we were in public right now, I'd show her just how her words make me feel. Mwah. Instead, I warmly smile, maybe even be a bright red, and remove my hand from hers to extend my right pinky finger. Can you promise me that? It takes no time for her pinky to wrap around mine as her smile stays strong. Promise. The confidence in her voice. How her words make me feel. How stunning she looks right now, and then suddenly bzzz. I really love you, Yuri, you know that? I can't help but begin to describe how happy she looks. And I love you too, Midas. I tighten my grip on her pinky by a little bit to show that I don't want to let go of her just yet. And I want to help you out with anything you may be facing for. Well, how does forever sound? Yuri giggles at me until the stars all fall down. Yeah, I like that. After getting lost in each other's eyes for a little bit, I ease up on her and her hands return to where they were on the table. You know, Midas, a few minutes ago when I said I wouldn't make empty promises to you, it reminds me of something that happened to Sayori last year. Huh. We haven't seen the cinnamon bun in a while, but what happened to her? Alright, here we are, you two. Averting my attention over shows a much older girl walking towards us. She stops at her table. A white and gold colored milkshake with a giant glass cup. In a giant glass cup, however, is placed in between the two of us, and a tray of jalapeno poppers is set down next. Everything in front of us smells wonderful. Next, she sets down two white plates that are about the size of my hand, two big plastic covered straws, and two sets of silverware wrapped up in napkins. Your order should be up pretty soon. Let me know if you need anything. Okay, thanks. With that, she smiles and walks away from our table, leaving us alone together again. I look over to what's in front of us. My mouth is starting to water a little bit. I haven't had these in so long. I hastily grab one. Its crispy texture not bother me at all, and bite into it. Why would crispiness bother you? It's nice. Pure bliss could possibly seen from my face. These aren't really that spicy, which makes this all the better. Yuri on the other hand pulls out the gold knife from her bag and flips it open. At a glance, it looks like she's been keeping it clean for us. She grabs one, sets it on the plate in front of her, cuts it in half short ways with a little effort to reveal the green and white inside, and takes a bite. I like these, Midas. They taste better than I thought they would. Now I want some jalapenos. But I'm telling you, taking one of the straws and sticking it in my side of the shake, Yuri follows suit shortly after on the respective side. Taking a sip reminds me of how long it's been since I last tasted anything with butterscotch on it. The sweetness of it goes great with vanilla. I can't hide my smile because of all of this, but I'm reminded of something Yuri said a little bit ago. Hey, you said something reminded you of something. She backs away from her shake and begins thinking for a bit. What happened to Sayori? That's right. About Sayori. Yeah, what happened to her last year? Well, there was a time where she said she was really sad. All because someone near and dear to her mistreated her. If I remember right, her and her childhood friend, I don't know why you find it funny, but if I remember right, her and her childhood friend became a couple last year, and they both seemed really happy with each other. The very few times we shared poems in the club last year, she would always write about how she felt. She just had this way of brightening up the club with her words. Yeah, I can see her acting all like that. What happened to the two of them though? From what I remember, he broke her heart by having an affair. Oh, wow. Wow! Yikes! Even more ouchies for me! He broke her heart by having an affair with a different girl and he didn't tell her. Oh no! You don't just do that to someone like her! Take another bite of one of her snacks. And she starts cutting up another one. At first, she told us that things weren't working out between them like she had hoped, and they left each other on surprisingly good terms. It wasn't long after that happened that she found out that he had been talking to another girl behind her back the whole time. She was so distraught by everything. I had never seen that sad in all my life. Her that sad, rather. Wait. So that's why she was really sad last year. I may have not been friends with her back then, but I thought something was up. I remember her saying it felt like she was stabbed in the back. Especially because he kept on telling her how things were going to change between those two. It took her quite a few days to recover from that, but she returned to her normal self eventually. I'm guessing she's not speaking with him anymore? No, she hasn't mentioned him at all after everything that's happened. That's gotta be sad though. Losing someone that meant a lot to you while they still roam this earth. What am I saying? That is sad! Big bro. Yuri somehow grips my hand a little harder. I feel like I'm learning from his mistakes when I say that nothing will change between us. And I mean it, Midas. I would hate for something like that to happen to us. No couple wants that to happen. I give her a reassuring smile. Me too, Yuri. I grip her hand in such a way so I can lean forward to kiss it. This causes her to blush and look away. By the way, I'm kind of curious now. I mean, I really don't care. But I wonder which girl he... Haha, it just had to buzz. Oh, it even shows! Cool! Oh, looks like it's time. With that, I grab our buzzer while ignoring the tingles it sends through my body, scooch over, and get up from my seat. Yuri remains seated for whatever reason. Wanna come up with me and grab in front and grab yours? Oh no thanks, I'll wait here for you. Alright, I'll be back then. Not long after making my way back to the table, tray in hand, we both our meals. Everything smells way too good! I knew that coming here would be a good idea. As I'm slowly approaching our table, I see Yuri putting the same orange pill bottle from the other day back into her bag. I asked her once before about it, but it probably wouldn't be wise if I were to ask her again. I mean, if it is medication, at least she's taking it. Once I'm at our table, I carefully place the tray down in front of her and take a seat across from her. Her eyes widen a little bit at the sight. A medium cooked burger with Swiss cheese, mushrooms, lettuce, tomatoes, and mayo with steak fries. Steak fries? Now I want some. I don't know what that is, but it looks good. Claims it's spot on my side. Yuri, on the other hand, has a medium rare cooked burger with cheddar cheese, bacon, and another medium egg. Also with steak fries. I always like the feeling of these kind of fries. They're wider than my thumb. Oh my goodness. Sport a fun kind of soft texture and they taste great compared to normal fries. Now I want some. Grabbing the red plastic ketchup bottle onto my left, I put some on my tray next to my fries. Pass it over when you're done. Sure thing, babe. Once that's all done, said and done, and she has it, I take the tomatoes off my burger and onto a white plate next to me. Your knife, please. Yuri stops for a second after taking a bite, but then reaches down into her bag and grabs me her gold knife. Once I flip it open, I start cutting out the insides of the tomato. Why? What are you doing? I stop pretending to meet her gaze. It is then that I realize I might be the only person in the world who does this. I just don't like the insides of tomatoes. It's both a texture and a taste thing for me. I don't cut them. I just remove them. That's something both me and this MC share. Just like with cupcakes during the festival last week. Yeah, except I can actually do something about this time. Once I'm all done with that, I'm able to retract the knife's blade, look back to her smiling face, and give her knife back. Wait, the festival thing was a week ago? Wait a minute, it was? Wow. If felt like that was so long ago. Oh well. The tomatoes back on my burger, I take a bite. Everything tastes fantastic, and I'm sure that Yuri still can say the same, just at the look on her face. I can't but prop my right foot on top of my left as both my feet and hands fidget because of how good I'm feeling. Midas, is everything alright? Yeah, I'm fine, I promise. I'm just really happy. I'm just really happy to be here. She smiles warmly at me. I see. Thank you again for coming, or taking me here. I too am really happy. I cannot but smile at her. I knew coming here would be a good idea. Wait, what if... You know what, let's try this. Grabbing one of my fries, I dip it in ketchup and bring it a few inches away from my face. Hey Yuri. Wait a minute, did it say... Magic catcher stuff one of my fries through? Inching away from... Okay, I thought it said her face. Just like that, I managed to catch her off guard and stuff one of my fries in her mouth. She's frozen in place as I'm leaning back into my seat. It feels like I've broken the happy spell between us. After a second of nothing happening, I'm starting to think that wasn't a very good idea. I look away from her out of nervousness. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Midas? I look over to her, only to see a fry approach me and slam into my right cheek. Now I'm the one frozen in place as she recoils, and her fry falls on my lap. No! Silence falls up among us for a short while, until I bring my hand to my right cheek and look at my fingers to see something red. That's the both of us realize what just now transpired. We both start laughing at how silly we just are. Our fry! The fry's on our lap, or presumably on the floor right now. The rest of our date went by smoothly, as there were no more french fry incidents between the two of us. After leaving the tip of the waitress and leaving the restaurant, we couldn't really think of much that we needed to do in town. Our walk back to the bus stop was nice and relaxing. The breeze feels now nice and cold, and there's considerably less people out here compared to the weekends, which means we had plenty of walking room. Wait a minute, it reminds me, it's the weekday. What if one of the donkeys catch us? Only a little bit of small talk was shared between us as we both ventured onwards hand in hand to the bus stop to make our way back home. And at one day the video was like, "Screw you, Michael Bolton, I will have my revenge." I do not know what this is. Actually, it's more like avenge, isn't it? That sounds wrong. Yuri, isn't there a difference between those two words? There is. It's the difference between a verb and a noun. Verb being an action word, what would avenge something or somebody? Noun being a person or place or thing would oh. Now being a person, place or thing, one would take revenge on a person for what they've done. I squeezed her hand a little bit, out of happiness. Ah, that makes sense. Thanks. Of course, love. I'm glad I could teach you something today. I smiled brightly at her words and managed to get lost in my thoughts. Revenge. Revenge. I'm not... Filet? Is that how you pronounce that? Relay, we're trying to rhyme, I guess. Erase, replace, replace. Okay, that makes sense because of how re works, but revenge, react, respect. How can you spec something twice? I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. Ooh, this is new. Oh my goodness! Wait a minute. We're in the Philippines? As my mouth opens to ask Yuri about this, my overpowering sense of sight shows that we're already at the bus stop. Blending in with the few people around us, I decide to not ask her anything to avoid potentially sounding stupid in public. Oh well, wasn't that important anyways. Both of us remain silent at the sight of the bus gets caught in my peripheral vision. It doesn't take long for the bus to approach us, make it stop, and open its doors. Alright, that's all said and done. Me and Yuri took our usual seats near the back of the bus so that there's no one to bother us. As the bus starts driving through the not so crowded city streets, I can't help but look out the window for a little bit, feeling relaxed and content. I thought we were excited to go home. Not long after hearing some moving around close to me, Yuri leans over a little bit, carefully places her hand on my left shoulder and wraps her arm around mine. Looking over to see her content face and feeling the warmth shared between us brings me much joy. A faint is heard from her as she makes herself comfy. Thank you, Midas. What for? Everything? She looks so happy with her amethyst eyes. I almost forgot that was a word for a moment. I had a wonderful time today, and you're to thank for that. I couldn't help but smile at her and bring my head down to meet hers. Thank you too. For what reason, love? For being yourself. For being there when I need you. For taking the first steps at things like this sometimes. For everything, I guess. It means a lot to me. A comfortable silence plays out as her grip on my arm tightens and her nose rubs against my shoulder a few times. After a bit, I can feel the nap time feeling starting to hit me. Yawning silently and bring my voice down to almost a whisper. Hey, I'm kinda tired. I mean, you're on the road, you just ate. And it's on the bus. It's understandable you'd feel sleepy. I think I'm gonna nap for a little bit. That's okay, love. I'll wake you up when we're close to home. I close my eyes and feel the drowsiness take over me. Thanks, love. My mind races like usual as I try to fall asleep, the world around me coming to a blur as my breathing remains light. Last stop. Last stop coming up. The bus driver's voice booming through the speakers and the bus wakes me up from my peaceful slumber. Once I'm fully awake, I start looking around to see the night sky has made its presence around the world. Yuri gets up from my shoulder, yawns to herself, and stretches for me. Don't try to tell me, Mister, stop! Hey, what's going on? Huh? Midas, I fell asleep too. She says that as she rubs the sleep out of her eyes. As I look at the bus window somewhere, the street is of an area I'm not so familiar with catch my eye. Uh-oh. Did we oversleep? As the bus starts slowing down to make it stop, I look over to Yuri, trying my best to show concern. I don't know what to do. It's okay, Midas. We'll just ask someone for help. Follow me. Once the bus stops, we get up from our seat and exit the bus. We didn't move! We didn't move! Stepping out onto the bus stop shows the same number of people roaming the street from before our burger date. As the bus drives away for the night, the feelings of fear strike me as I'm in a part of town I'm not very familiar with. I desperately grab a hold of Yuri's hand and look over to her. Hey, do you know where we are? I mean, we're in the Philippines, judging from the background. No, I can't remember the last time I was here. Oh, I don't like this. Maybe I can look up on my phone where we're at. As she one-handedly pulls out her phone and taps on a few buttons, nothing seems to happen. She doesn't look too pleased either. Just great. My phone's dead. Oh no! The sounds of traffic slowly driving by, people chatting throughout the city street, and brightly lit signs and buildings aren't helping at all. Maybe another bus will come by? Pulling out my phone and flipping it open, the time says midnight! Oh no! School tomorrow! Listen, maybe some of the locals around here could help. Yeah, maybe. Let's go somewhere. I walk around town for a little bit, still no clue where we are. This is more European. we went from the Philippines to somewhere close to the US or the Middle East or... I thought that was Europe because this kind of looks like something you'd see in Europe, but and more leaning towards the Middle East. The people around here look like they don't want to be bothered. Isn't it weird to think that I'll never see these people again in my life? You can see their faces and remember what they look like for a while, but when you forgot what they look like, they're gone forever. I digress. You has kept me close by her, grip around me strong, as if she doesn't want to lose me. I mean, we're in a part of town we don't know. I don't want to blame her. I hate to travel around a place like this all by myself. The atmosphere here really isn't that bad, but nothing beats a starry night sky at home. When all you can hear outside are the bugs. Yuri, I wanna go home! I know, love, me too. Why don't we stop by that hotel real quick and see if we can figure out where we are? Turns out, we're actually really close to a 35-story tall hotel. Yeah, that doesn't sound too bad. I break away from her for a bit, so I can take a hold of her hand again. There, much better. With smiles on our faces, we both enter the building to make our journey home. Whoa! This is the fancy hotel lobby! This is the lobby? I thought it was the room! Oh my goodness. This is the fanciest hotel lobby I've laid my eyes on. You call this a lobby? The lights, the furniture, the chandelier, the everything! This more looks like a room. A very fancy room. Me and Yuri don't move. Instead, we stare at the place in awe, taking in everything. How come we don't have places like this fancy back at home? I don't know. Well, it sure would be cool if we did. My voice just broke. Imagine if our school was like this. Okay, maybe not. A quite older, bigger looking man with a black trench coat and white almost orange skin and a yellow hair can be seen in the distance, walking towards where we're at. Oh, maybe he can help. It doesn't take long for him to get close to us. I slowly wave my right hand at him to get his attention. Excuse me, where's the front desk? Down the hall and to the left. Thanks. The man walks away from us as Yuri stares at me for a bit. Do you get a bad feeling for being around him? Yeah. I didn't like how he said that, but never mind that now. Let's go. Securing my hand in hers, we both... Oh. Wait. We both walk towards where he said to go. As we're walking down where we're supposed to go, a person coming down the stairs catches our attention. Ooh! Hello! So does that mean you'll matter? I mean, whenever someone has frights, they'll usually come around another time. A girl with black hair and a cute pink dress makes her way down. She looks way too familiar. When she reached our level, she pays no attention to us and walks towards the entrance we came from. Yuri turns around to stare at her more. But why though? Yuri, what's up? Huh. Oh, nothing, I guess. Alright, come on, let's get go. Was that a reference to something? I'm not really sure. Okay, we're finally made it to Toyoma Resorts. That's the name of the hotel. The two of us approach an older woman behind the front counter. Excuse me, miss. We're lost and don't know where the next bus is. Can you help? No. But if you take the elevator all the way up to the 35th floor, an old lady who lives up there should help. God! Right. Thanks. Turning away from her, feeling dazed and confused, Yuri follows behind me. I bet she also has no idea. The elevator isn't too far from a walk around from here. So this is where we ended up after stepping out of the elevator. Hey, doesn't this place look a little too familiar to you? It does, and I'm not sure why. It almost feels like a forgotten memory. Oh well, let's see who lives here. Are we having a fever dream right now? You expect me to believe this is what the top of a hotel looks like? We gently look inside the front door. Are we in a dream? What's... Whoa, how did we get here? Yuri, through the front door, obvious. Oh wait, I thought we were talking to Yuri. Through the front door, obviously. Yeah, I suppose so. What do you think awaits us at the end of the railroad? I suppose we'll find out together. It showed an electric engine! An electric train! But why is a steam engine rolling right now? I mean, I'm not complaining. I love Thomas and Friends. And apparently Zera does too. The railroad sounded its whistle and lifted us up into the sky. I held my breath as I gazed out the window. I knew at that moment a feeling of soaring straight through outer space. Wait, what the fuck? What's happening? This doesn't make any sense anymore. What's happening? What the? We're in the moon. What the? What the hell? Oh my god! What fever dream is this? Okay, how? Literally how? I don't know. You tell me, bro. Holy crap, we're on the moon! Took you long enough. This kicks ass. Yuri's dialect does not contain swears. Yuri takes advantage of the lack of gravity around us to jump up and down as she pleases. Hey! How come you have a spacesuit tonight that we're gonna die? We have under a minute until we're dead. I think my non-existent 401k was able to pay for it. But wait! You don't even have a job! I think I'm gonna work for NASA when I grow up. You're gonna work for NASA. You're not currently working for NASA, so where did you get the suit? Come on. I wanna go home! Don't you want to do moon jumps with your space lady girlfriend? Maybe another time. We should get going. Sweet Jesus. Literal Jesus. Why are we in church? Alright, got any explanation how we ended up here from the moon? No, I don't. I haven't been in a church like this since. Holy dang, it's been way too long. The stained glass up near the altar gives me the creeps. I don't think I like... That's very offensive of you. Me neither. Hey, Midas? Yes? Do you get the feeling that something terrible has happened here once before? I don't know. What makes you think that? Just... the air seems a little... I can't think of the right word. Yuri can't think of the right word. That's a trap. Something terrible though. Wouldn't that be a little ironic? It would be. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. If you're pointing to exorcisms, then I can understand. What could she be thinking about? I tug on her left sleeve. You wanna get going? I don't think I like it here anymore. Yes, please. I'm convinced we're in a fever dream. Oh, what's happening? What even is happening anymore? Yuri wasn't in those clothes before. Midas, look how pretty. Hey, that's what I like to see. Wanna go check it out before we head home? Yeah, that sounds great, but how do you change clothes? Exactly, and why is it sunny? We just said it was the middle of midnight! Come on, we don't have enough time for that. We got a castle to explore. Okay, it's not back to normal text box. Yuri excitedly takes my hand as we both start running on the grass towards the castle. Dang, Yuri must be really excited to check this place out. I think I'm starting to run out of breath by keeping up with her. We're almost there, Midas. I wonder if there's a princess living here. It's so cool that whenever it's dialogue, we have this. Even if it is quite limited because of how small the bubble is. Nah, princesses are always in a... Okay, but what if a big scary boss monster jumps out at us? Oh, don't be silly. There's no way that'll happen. Think again. Shit. Wait, is this reality? What's happening? What? How'd you get here? Yeah. What the fuck Abracadabra, abracadoogie, abracadoogie, bitch. You're not getting into this castle unless I say so, you bunch of nobodies. Hey, whoa. Nobody, but nobody calls my girlfriend a stupid nobody, you stupid nobody. Midas, let me handle this. It's time for what? It's time? Uniform rainbow. What the hell? What the? What the? What the fuck is happening? How'd you like that? Wait, fancy outfit? Was it in your? I mean, weird. That's not the super form, but well, fancy outfit wasn't it? Was it in your budget? Sadly, no. Mind explaining the spacesuit then? Another time. Let's do Super Yuri. Collecting all the. It's a mashup between Mario Bros and Sonic. She just collected the 7 Chaos Emeralds and collected some rings along the way, I guess. Flashing colors, well, okay. Now it's Pokemon! Oh my god, we get to... it reminds me a lot of those RPG games I played when I was a kid. You know, Sonic, Final Fantasy, might ring any bells. I'll just play this out based on... It looks like we don't have a mana bar, so I guess we could just spam magic. Oh shit, jeez. Whoa, what the? Whoa, you can. What do you mean, miss? What the fuck? Okay, I won't miss this time. Okay, I guess you can pick randomly. Does the result of this battle matter? I bet it does. Oh, our punch deals a lot of damage. Alright, this is taking forever. You asked for it, and you want to snooze. You bitch! No! They don't call me the gatekeeper for nothing. Rumbling of the earth. Oh my god. Oh. Wow, the earth rumbled, but your HP was decreased and you only hit us by 4. Midas, I'm gonna need your help for this. Okay, we're here now. You please transfer. What the fuck? Transfer your spirit energy in your left wing, so that you obliterate. There's references everywhere. This flight from the universe. What the fuck? What the special attack rainbow explosion? Oh my god. Oh, what the fuck? Oh what? Thou hast done well in defeating the enemy. We did it! Hooray! Now he's no more. I can't have a jump in excitement over our epic victory. Not today. Here's our final boss. You're coming. Whoa. That's backwards. Why are you after me and not Yuri? Although it makes sense because you're a girl. That would be like Bowser stealing Princess Peach from Mario. Oh no. Yuri, help! Oh no. I don't like this one bit. I don't like it at all. Oh my goodness, what's happening? I can't move. My back is stuck against the chalkboard and I'm levitating off the ground. Try as hard as I may, I can't move my arms or legs. What's happening? Oh my. What did I do to deserve this? Monica angrily approaches me. I have no idea why. Monica, what's going on? Shut up. But I don't get. I said shut up! My emotions are pierced by her words as I'm paralyzed. I've had enough of you ruining the club for both me and Natsuki. All you've been is nothing but trouble, and I know exactly how to deal with people like you. A smile I don't like appears as she snaps her fingers. Oh shit! Oh shit! Awaiting command. Oh, Yuri? I love. What? Do the thing again, right? I'll be remove that. Oh, remove character. Oh no. Yuri, I mean, as much as I love you to save me, we have no power over this. Does that mean? You know it. I got the powers back. And I'm about to get. Wait. I got my powers back. Shit. But I have a feeling that'll matter in the future. I'm about to get rid of Midas once and for all. No, I won't let you. 3,000. What? 3,000 million points. I think it's mere pounds applied successfully. No, what's that? What's happened? Oh, she multiplied her weight. Finally, I'm gonna do what I should have done years ago. 4 years, to be exact. You forget, Monica. School rules say the club president can't kill its members. I am more than the club president. Die, Midas. Oh. Oh shit. Dark powers of. Ah!